Passing your Google Ads campaign data over to Google Analytics has great advantages. It is particularly going to be helpful after your ads start serving and data from your campaign starts streaming in. In this video, I am going to show one quick example of how you can cross-evaluate things and use the insight to improve the quality score and conversion rate of your Google Ads campaign. Remember, your quality score is the factor of the mutual relevance of three things: your ads, your keywords, and your landing page experience. In other words, the more relevant your ads, keywords, and landing page copy, and the better your website experience, the higher the quality score is going to be. So how do you know if your keywords, ads, and landing page copy are mutually relevant? One of the easiest ways is to go to your Google Analytics account, filter your target keywords based on their bounce rates and the number of clicks, and identify the underlying problem. Let me show you exactly how you can do this. But before I proceed, I assume that you are using UTM parameters, that's tracking template within your Google Ads to pass the data over to Google Analytics. If you aren't sure how to set it up, you can watch my other video showing how this process can be taken care of. The link is in the description for your reference. But generally, you can find this bit of information by going to your campaign settings, and in the settings, campaign URL option, and over here you see the tracking template. If you have this tracking template set up, Google Ads is going to pass the data over to your Google Analytics, and we can then start the analysis process from there. So in your Google Analytics account, you have to go to the acquisition section, Google Ads, and then you have to go to the keywords. Let's set the time frame for the last 30 days to ensure we have a broader scope of data available, and let's show the number of rows from 10 to 250. Now for analysis purposes, or to cross-check things within your Google Ads account, we have to filter a few things in this section. Go to advertising and choose ad group, or you can simply search it from the search menu. Ad group showing up here, just to click it, and now you see all the keywords listed here against their respective ad groups. So what it indicates is this certain keyword, for example mosaic tiles, comes from this particular ad groups from within Google Ads. After you have selected the ad groups, you have to do one more thing. You have to go to the advanced section, and over here you are going to apply two advanced filter. One is for the bounce rate, and basically what you want is you want to show keywords that have a bounce rate of over 90%, so that you could identify those keywords that are sending traffic to your website, and that traffic is bouncing off by more than 90%. More than 90% of the times the traffic comes on your website and bounces off right away. So you want to identify that so that you can do something about it. Maybe you will see if it's because of the irrelevance of your keyword and your landing page copy or the ads, or if it is because of something else. So we are going to choose the bounce rate and set it to greater than, let's say, 90%. and we are going to choose another dimension, which is going to be clicks. So we want to show keywords that have a bounce rate of more than 90%. Keywords having a bounce rate of 90% means someone clicks on your ad using one of these keywords, and they're coming to your website and they're bouncing off. So they are with respect to the keywords. So this particular click or this traffic that came on your website, 78 people using this particular keyword landed on your website, and their average bounce rate is 63%. So this data is related with this particular keyword. So you want to know all the keywords with bounce rate of more than 90% and the clicks, just so that we have a good basis for us to decide that, okay, it's not just based on 1 or 2 or 3 keywords, it's based on a number of keywords, a number of clicks. I mean, one keyword having a number of clicks. If the bounce rate for that keyword is going to be more than 90%, you are going to take some action on that keyword. So let's say we are interested in finding about a keyword that has got at least 5 clicks or more than 5 clicks, and it has a bounce rate of 90%. Now it's basically going to give us a filtered data showing all the keywords that have more than 90% bounce rates, and these keywords got clicks more than 5 times, right? So we see that this one is, for example, 16 people came on this website using this keyword, and the bounce rate is 93%. So it's very, very high. Now we want to know if this particular keyword is irrelevant to the particular landing page where the traffic is coming on. We want to know that, right? So to do that, we have to copy this, and as we see this keyword, the source of this keyword is this particular ad group, which is cement tile. This one, we are going to have to locate this within our Google Ads account. Go to our Google Ads account and broad match cement tiles. So within our 2 search campaigns, we have to look for that particular ad group, and cement tiles phrase match, or we can simply search it, cement tiles broad match, this one. So cement tiles broad match, this group. Alright, so we selected this group, and we are gonna have to go to the keyword section and search for this particular keyword. Okay, so it has already been removed from our target list. So as we can see, 17 clicks happened, and we can tally the information with what we have on Google Analytics. It's 17 clicks here. Now this keyword has been removed. We took the right action on this because it was not really performing as far as the engagement, traffic engagement, bounce rate, dwell time of the traffic that this keyword was sending on our website is concerned. So this wasn't performing, we stopped it. But if we further dig in and see what was the problem, why this keyword wasn't sending in relevant traffic, the one thing that we can tell right off the bat is that it is coming from a broad match campaign group, which means that this keyword is a broad match keyword, and it's highly likely that someone who is coming to our website triggered by this particular keyword is not exactly searching no grout line tile, right? They are searching something something along the lines of, let's say, grout line, all right, or simply tile line, or anything that this broad match keyword could accommodate. Now if we want to know, we can go to the search terms and really search for this keyword to see, this is the actual keyword that we were targeting, and these are the trigger terms, right? So against this particular keyword, for example, we have this keyword here, 11 times impression and 3 times click, groutless tile. This isn't very much irrelevant, but still it's not the same keyword as the one we have here, right? It's no grout line tile. And another term we have is waterproof grout free wall tiles. Now this one is something, if someone is coming on our websites using this particular keyword as a search term, that person is not going to find any information related to what he or she is looking for. So it is a common sense thing that that person is going to bounce off, right? Moreover, this website, Lily Tiles, is not providing groutless tiles, right? There are 1 or 2 instances, 1 or 2 products on these websites, maybe that are related to this particular keyword, but overall speaking, all the rest of the product catalogs are not very related to this particular keyword, so it's not relevant. The second reason is it's a broad match keyword, that's why it's sending in traffic from keywords that are not quite relevant to what we have on our target list. So we can dig into the root cause of why certain traffic coming from certain keywords are bouncing off by cross-evaluating things. First of all, copying the term from here, going to our Google Ads, searching that keyword, and then going to the search terms here, all right, the actual queries that users are searching for against our target keywords. We can compare the information and see if, for example, if we take a quick look at here, over here, this is our targeted keyword, right, acoustic tiles, and someone is searching for lily tiles, right? Because it's a broad match keyword, you see, someone just based on this part of the keyword, Google is sending in traffic against a totally different key. This one is a branded keyword, right? Now this one is the emphasis should be on the acoustic, that is the type of tile that we are offering. So if someone is searching for acoustic tiles and that person is being sent to its relevant landing page, chances are that person is going to engage with what we have on the website and maybe is going to convert into a customer. But if someone is looking for acoustic tile, we are sending that person to, let's say, lines tile, or let's say no grout lines tile, right? That doesn't make sense. That person is not going to stick around, and naturally the bounce rate is going to be very high for those types of keywords. So you need to be very careful when it comes to setting a broad match type for your keywords, particularly the bits. When you set a keyword type to be broad match keyword, you need to keep the cost per click, all right, the upper limit of the bid as minimum as possible. First of all, you are not going to target broad match type within a bidding strategy of CPA or any other automated bidding strategy. You are always going to target these types of keywords within a manual CPC that's giving you full control over what type of CPC limit you are going to choose for your keywords. So you are going to keep it as minimum as possible. So for example, if you take a look at this ad group, the broad match ad group, and you take a look at the keywords. Let me just show you real quick. Remove the filters and see the max CPC. It's very, very low compared to, for example, the exact match keywords. All right, the exact match keywords, the max CPC limit for the exact match keywords is almost twice what we have for the broad match keyword. The reason being, we have control over what users are searching for. So in the case of exact match, if we are targeting ceramic tiles, a user, our ad is going to be shown only to those users who are searching exactly for this term, or something very closely aligned with this term, right? Not something completely off the mark. So our chances of getting relevant traffic in the case of exact match or even phrase match is much higher than what we can get from a broad match keyword. And that's the reason we want to keep the CPC limit a little bit higher for the exact match and phrase match keywords, but in the case of broad match keywords, it needs to be kept as minimum as possible. And then again, you have to cross-check these metrics using your Google Analytics and seeing the bounce rate, because these two metrics, the bounce rate and the number of sessions, the bounce rate, these are metrics that you can't find within your Google Ads table, right? So this is a unique information. If you're comparing this against the keyword and you are seeing higher bounce rate for certain keywords, it's time for you to go ahead and do something, take some actions on those keywords. Maybe change them, pause them, change their match type, or maybe if you don't want to change their match types, if you see that the keyword is still relevant, maybe you want to tweak the landing page copy to make things aligned with your target keywords, so that the quality score may remain high and you're not paying a lot of price for that particular keyword compared to your competitors. That naturally happens, you know. For example, if this keyword has a 93% bounce rate, if we go check its quality score within Google Ads, it's gonna be very low. I guess it's not showing for this. Let's try another keyword. Let's say cement look floor tiles and its exact match, and this is phrase match, this one, right? So if we look for this keyword and check the bounce rate, you see the quality score is very low. It's in direct relation with what you have on the bounce rate column, right? The higher the bounce rate, the lower is gonna be your quality score. That indicates that something is wrong with either your landing page or your keywords relevance to your ads and the copy on your landing page. So the higher the bounce rate, the lower. This is a signal, you know. The bounce rate is a metric that Google is using to determine the quality score of your website. Although it's not the only factor, it's one of the important factors that Google looks at to determine the quality score of your website. So the higher the bounce rate, the lower is going to be your quality score, and the lower your quality score, the higher is going to be the CPC, and you're paying much higher for a keyword that chances are that your competitors paying very low, because their quality score is maybe higher than yours, and as a result they are getting more impressions, better click-through rates at lower cost per click. So I think that's all for today's video. In the next video I will try to cover one single tip and show you exactly how you can implement the same strategy within your Google Ads to improve the situation of your campaigns. if I quickly want to show you, after I have implemented this strategy, you can also check the bounce rate. If I show you the comparison data for the last 30 days compared to the previous 30 days leading up to June 30th, you can see a clear difference. Let me show you. You see, the bounce rate has been decreased by 15%, right? Let me remove all these filters so that it applies to overall keywords and not just these 4 keywords. Let's remove all these filters. Okay, they're removed. And now let's compare. The bounce rate decreased by 15%, and as you can see, the revenue increased by 62% as a result. That's an obvious correlation. The lower the bounce rate, the higher is going to be the conversion rate, because the traffic you are sending on a particular landing page or website page, the traffic is going to engage with your website and they are going to take meaningful action on your website. So I implemented this strategy in the last 30 days, and you can also see the impact it had on this particular account, and I have also tested it on many other accounts, and consistently it's producing improved results as far as the conversions, the click-through rates, and the quality score and bounce rates are concerned. So good luck with your campaign. I will hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.